Hi guys, welcome to Too Many Opinions podcast. This is Jeannie.
This is Sarah.
And Sarah, you want to let them know what we're going to be talking about today?
All right, today's topic is be true to yourself.
This is a hard one.
This episode is going to be a tough pill to swallow, especially if you don't like taking accountability or if you never think you're in the wrong for anything. Oof. This is for you.
It might be for me.
And for me. So I'm going to start off right off the bat saying I be getting triggered.
Okay, let's talk about that.
All right. I get triggered, and sometimes I can go into like a full-blown anxiety attack where I can't breathe, and it's something that was either said to me or it was out of my control.
Why do you think that you get triggered? Does it like stem back to childhood or what?
I think it actually stems back through adulthood, if that makes any sense. I wouldn't say childhood because I feel like I had a great childhood. Like, it was fun. My parents did the best they could. My parents were always willing to give, you know what I mean? But as an adult, I left the house when I was 18, right? I was 18 and I've been in an apartment ever since. Like,
by yourself?
By myself. Now I own a house and whatever. So it's like I've always had that responsibility. So I feel like going through life, I've learned a lot of tough lessons, whether it was trusting people, whether it was learning how to financially set myself free, like manage my bills and my money coming in and not blowing it, not doing things to have fun. So I feel like all those things that I went through to get me to this point, I feel like, wow, we made it. But I think some of the things that led me to this point have definitely triggered me. So it could be moments, it could be an incident, it could be who knows. But I never thought when I was younger that I would be like that, where I would get in a position where I was triggered or I was having anxiety, where I felt like I couldn't breathe. And it's like, wow, never felt like that before. So it's like those feelings are real.
Is it because you think that, like, is it because you've gotten things your way and when you don't get them your way, you get mad? Or is it because something that someone can tell you, knowing that you worked the way that you worked, and people try to like undermine the things that you're doing? Like, what exactly is it that triggers you? Because sometimes with me, I get triggered by the fact that I know that I'm doing the correct thing and someone's still trying to like hammer me, acting like I'm not doing what I'm doing. You get what I'm saying? That's going to trigger me.
I feel like being unheard or feeling like I'm unheard triggers me. I feel like if we're having a conversation and it's like important or it's serious and I feel like you're not being receptive or you're only being 25% receptive, and I'm like going, not just in like a normal conversation where we're shooting the shit and like doing other things, but like if I'm like trying to talk, and I feel like I'm not being fully listened to, like having a generous listener, like you're fully indulged in what's being said, I like almost shut down.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it's like I feel like I go from being willing to talk and do this to then being completely quiet, trying to find conversation. And that's like a weird feeling because I like to talk. You feel me?
Okay.
I like to talk.
See, with me, I think my trauma started as a young kid. In a Spanish household, you're not allowed to express your feelings. In a Spanish household, you're not allowed to say anything because you're a child and I'm an adult. So you got to shut the hell up. So, I grew up like that, always having to like stay quiet because you're older. Doesn't matter if the older person's wrong and I'm right. So I used to take it. And then I think I hit 13 or 14 and bitch.
You snapped.
I snapped. It's anything and anyone. I don't care. You could be mom, dad, grandma, sister, brother. I don't care who you are. If you are disrespecting me, I will forget what your title is with me. Quickly.
You'll forget who the person is and just go based on what is being said.
I will black out in the quickness, and I do not give a shit who you are. I will disrespect you. The only person I will not disrespect is Jesus.
Period. I know that's right.
Other than that, anybody can get it at any time.
I feel you.
And I don't want to be that way because it's so heavy. But I think it's the Libra in me that I feel like I am such a fair person.
Yeah.
And I don't ever look at myself before I look at others. And I try to like be fair with people. And if you're going to come at me some sort of kind of way, I'm going to snap. But the thing is that in reality, I'm only hurting myself.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm learning through therapy, which I want to recommend. I think if you can afford it, I think everyone should be able to afford
Yes, I agree.
therapy. But if you can afford it, if you have the insurance, do not like get it, because like I'm going through, I don't know what the name of the therapy that I'm going through is right now, but she's taking me back to like moments in my childhood.
Wow.
And she's making me relive them to see where I went wrong in things.
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
Sometimes, like, I know that I have my appointment with her every single Wednesday at 4:00, but sometimes I don't want to go through it. And I'm like, I feel like I'm doing fine today. I don't feel like talking to her. But then I'll be like, no, you have to go talk to her. And she'll bring me back to like a memory that I had when I was 8. And I'll be in full-blown tears. Like,
that's crazy.
Because she makes me like become 8-year-old Jeannie again. And then I feel so bad for her 8-year-old Jeannie. And the things that I had to live as a child. Don't get me wrong, my parents are great. My dad did what he could. My dad, I feel like I'm at a point also where I'm feeling for my dad, because
oh my God.
Emotional?
Oh my God, I am. I had to take a moment because you just said something that just like totally hit my heart. It's like you said you feel bad for 8-year-old Jeannie. And
do.
I'm literally, you guys can look at me. These tears are so genuine. I can't believe that. I never thought that I would cry on camera, but I just feel like that was so vulnerable for you to say just now. And being vulnerable is so hard. I cannot believe I'm sorry, continue.
And that's what my therapist does to me. I'm gonna have to give you her number.
Oh my God.
She makes me like, and it's like, it's almost as if I don't feel like I'm 32 years old, right?
Yep.
Thank God I made it this far. But I don't feel like 8-year-old Jeannie is me anymore. But I can step out of myself and see myself as someone that I want to hug. And I feel so bad for her.
Oh my God. That is so deep.
So if you really think of it, and that's why I asked you, are you sure when you were little? Because like our parents aren't perfect. And like I was saying, like our parents go through stuff. My dad went through a lot of things. And I almost feel bad for him at this point. I used to blame him a lot.
Yeah.
But he can't teach me what he doesn't know and what he's never had. Of course, that's not my fault.
Right.
I'm learning that too. And you have to put boundaries within your parents. But like, I feel bad for him. And it makes me want to like hate his parents. You know what I'm saying?
For those
But then I can't hate his parents because God knows what their parents and what their parents. And it keeps going and going and going. And you become almost soft for things like that. Right now, I'm at a point where like I won't argue with my dad anymore because it's like, it's a lost cause. It's not good for you,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm going about things with him differently rather than blaming. I'm actually feeling bad for him. And the other day I had that conversation with him where I was like, I don't think you were treated right as a child. And he looked at me, he goes, oh my God, I don't think I was.
Oh my God.
And that made me feel so bad for him.
Oh my God, and
at this point, I feel like I'm almost my dad's lawyer, where like if I see anyone, it could be my dad's mom or my dad's dad, my grandparents, saying anything to my dad, I'm going off on them. Because now I feel like my dad's my child. You know what I'm saying? And
it's crazy.
And since I know better now through therapy, I know that you're not about to come at my dad because I'm going to come at your life.
And it's crazy because just before you explained that, you were just saying how he was almost like a trigger for you in those conversations. But now that you've started this healing process and this journey and seeing things differently and learning how to communicate with him, you've now gone from the I blame you to the I'm going to protect you and show you that there's something different out there.
Exactly. Because you get so much further that way. And it's like, it's not his fault.
No.
You know, he doesn't, till this day, he doesn't know better. He thinks he's doing what
he's doing the best he can.
Exactly. And I know that now that's a lie. And I'm getting ready to like break all these generational curses with my family. There's so much people in my family that till this day I just have so much anger for, because it's like they're so judgmental or again, and they don't probably realize it, but they're so judgmental and that they don't know the things that was lived in my house personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's deep.
It's so easy to like smile at everybody and go to parties, family parties, and you see everything. Oh, they live this perfect life, but me and my sister lived hell. I mean, we can't even go on vacation without being in fear that something's going to happen to us because we grew up fearing everything.
Yeah.
We're scared, we're going to go to hell. Oh, we're scared, we're going to... And I'm not about to live my life like that no more. No. I gave 32 years of my life to that. And I'm ready to... 31 years, because now I'm 32 and I'm ready to,
now it's different.
But like, really, get the help that you need, yo. You don't know how much you need it.
And be real with yourself. Go through the growing pains that you're going to experience. Like, you just went through your growing pains just now, like describing them. And I'm going like through my own growing pains of like feeling the feeling of being worthy of whatever it is that I want out of life.
Absolutely.
And that was a hard thing to understand and grow through, like literally grow through it in therapy. you're worthy. Each of us are. We're worthy for exactly what it is that we want and what we want out of life. And when I think back to crazy things that I've been through, I used to be such a hard critic on myself. Like, wow, how did you let that happen? Why did you let that happen? What were you thinking in that moment? And it's like, give yourself grace.
Absolutely.
Learn how to accept the fact that the past is the past. You're never going to get it back. The decisions you get and the decisions you made are either repercussions of your actions or a result of something else that may have happened to you, but it is what it is and you can't change it. You can only focus on today and what's coming in the future. So it's like, stop being so focused on the past, what you've been through.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. It's good to acknowledge it, grow from it, see how you need to be better, but then you also need to like let go, be free.
And you can heal your past. I'm learning that too. I went through another therapy session with my counselor, and all right, so I got into like this debate with Chris, with my boyfriend, and he's like, yo, you watch the same movies over and over again.
Oh shit, okay.
Or like, well, I also learned watching the same movies over and over again, it's, if you have anxiety, it's because you know what's gonna happen and it's comfortable. I didn't know that.
Comfortability, yeah.
It's comfortability. I don't like movies that like startle me because it gives me so much anxiety. Like I tend to watch the same things because it brings me peace. Also, something about me was that I haven't grown up from Disney Channel movies.
But those are classics.
But sometimes, like, even now when I watch them, I'm like, all right. It's a little corny. But she told me it's okay because you're healing your inner childhood. You're still a child deep down inside. And if those things bring you joy, you got to keep doing them.
Oh
and so now I give myself that grace where, like, if I want to watch Xenon, I feel like I'm 8 again.
That was a fucking show.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yo, they would be, yes, that was a good show.
Like, I literally will watch that movie and be in so much joy, and it's healing to your inner child.
And it's like nostalgic, right?
Yes.
I feel like that every Halloween when I watch the first Hocus Pocus, and when I watch,
you're like,
I'm like, yes, Book. Anyways,
yeah, like,
oh my gosh.
And not only that, but like, I don't know. It's just you got to do what makes you happy. It doesn't matter. Like, again, it's healing. You heal yourself by doing these things. Like, you're not corny. You're not a little kid. Like, you're just like, speaking about Halloween, for example, I was never allowed to celebrate Halloween. I'm Christian, so you know, it's terrible. And I just had a party and I wanted it to be Gothic themed. But then I had this thing where I'm feeling guilt because I'm like, oh, I know that this is not the right thing to do. And I had to talk to my therapist about that. And while I was doing I think it's RDM, I don't know. It's like a thing where she goes like this back and forth. Mm-hmm. And it's not hypnosis or nothing like that. But she makes me go back to the childhood. And she's like, why do you think that you want this theme so bad if it's going to make you feel guilty?
Right.
And it stems from me being a child and not being able to celebrate Halloween. Wow. And that was and now that I did it, I can let go of Halloween. Because I feel like I like wanted that so bad as a child because I seen everybody dressing up and I know the meaning of it and I know and I respect all that. Yep. But like, I really needed to fulfill that in my life. And I did it and I feel so happy with it because I did it so tasteful and I got to heal that part of my inner child.
And it was the best birthday party I've ever been to. Like, Jeannie, we just got to take a moment and just give the flowers where flowers are due. Like, this girl, woman, literally had an idea, a vision, and you made every single piece come to life.
Shout out to you guys for helping me, though. My friends did it all, too.
But you are like the brains behind the operation. Like, it was flawless. I know she has a video on her TikTok. Everyone go check out her page to see what it is because that shit was so fire. I celebrated like it was my birthday.
I said, Sarah, please, because I also got bronchitis.
Oh my God,
my
girl was sick.
I was doing the most. I didn't feel well my whole party, but I'm like, Sarah, please celebrate for me. My girl did just that.
I understood the assignment, to say the least. And honestly, it was very healing for me as well because I never got to experience something like that either. So it was like, to go, I did my makeup and it was something so out of my comfort zone where I thought that I would feel uncomfortable. But I was literally living my best life. Nobody could tell me nothing.
Nothing.
Till this day, I want to go back and get dressed up like that again.
You were healing your inner child because you was playing musical chair like a whole little kid.
I definitely was. And it was
and that's what time. I mean. I think you should really look back into like the things that happen to you as a child and like work on those, because it will make you a better person.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna look into it for sure, because
you'll feel, it's crazy how depleted you probably were in an area in your childhood that's bringing it back to your adulthood and it's bringing you problems today.
Wow. Yeah. So I feel like I definitely need to do that. And everybody, go talk to somebody. Even if you don't believe in therapy, not everybody does. Like, I get it. But it's like, find somebody to confide in. Find somebody where you can grow and just be your true self.
And let it out.
Let it out. There's no reason to let it in. There's no reason to let it stay there.
Keep it there.
Hold you down. It's like a weight. It's like carrying 150 pounds every single day extra. And
you're carrying generational curses within your life. If you don't stop it, if somebody in your family doesn't take the initiative to stop something, it continues to your kids. I refuse for my kids to live the life that like I'm struggling to get away from now.
Right.
I'm not going to keep doing
Never.
this.
No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I want my kids, I'm not saying they're not going to have their own struggles, but their struggles will be their struggles.
Yeah.
Not my struggles onto them any longer.
Yeah. And that's important. That's important. And that's why it's like, if you're a parent or you want to be a parent, it's good for you to learn how to do all these things. I'm learning. I definitely want to learn. I want to be the best possible person and mother and give the very best I can, so that way our life is good. And they don't.
You can't be hard on yourself either, because you're not perfect.
I know that's.
But you're doing the best you can.
I'm doing, yeah.
And that's appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like I always say that everybody in your life, whether it's a son, a relationship, a friend, everybody deserves a happy, healthy version of you.
Absolutely.
So it's like, if you're happy, you bring happiness to others. If you're down or you're upset, you're projecting that energy to the people around you. And sometimes you need to, so that way they can receive the load and help you get through it. But it's like, take the time to focus on yourself. Be real, be loving.
The work. Yes, you gotta do the work. Check yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta check yourself. So I check myself all the time. Like, I'll cuss somebody out. I just cuss somebody out.
Oh.
And honestly, it doesn't feel good to me anymore. Like, before, I used to be like, yeah, I did it. Like, I just told her off. I don't like when people bring that side of me, yo. But when you got to, you got to. But regardless, after I cuss somebody out, I feel so heavy. Like, I don't want to make someone feel bad.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Honestly, like, it makes me feel bad that I just said that to someone and I just had to make them feel bad. But sometimes it's needed. But still, don't bring me to that point. I don't want to be there no more. I want to spread love. I want to be happy.
Laugh, everything.
I want to send over, especially if I'm learning in therapy, to like receive positive vibes. I don't want to keep spewing that hate to the world. But bro, sometimes people just take you there.
Yeah,
it's
sometimes
just so tough.
They bring you out of character, and then it's like, you have like a choice, and sometimes it's like you can't see the right path to choose, and it's like you go back to the old way, and then it's like, damn, I need to release that energy. I need to take a deep breath.
Don't provoke people, bro.
And just let it go. And it's hard, because sometimes being the bigger person is not easy.
It's not.
Being unconfrontational when you can be extremely confrontational. Like, I have a smart mouth, and I can be extremely confrontational. Why?
And I love
why.
That. The problem with me is that I love confrontation. I will never back down to like a argument. I don't give a shit what it's about. I will sit with you till I have. There was a time that me and my sister got into an argument. We didn't talk for like almost a year. And literally, like, when we was arguing, we had nothing else to say, so it was literally like, and I'll be like, and she'll be like, and I'll be like, back and forth for like another hour, nigga.
Just like, because.
Honestly, like, we cannot, like, I will argue with you, but I don't want to.
Yeah.
It takes that literally sucks out the whole energy for the rest of your day, even possibly your whole week, after like letting it out like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to work on that. I want to work on letting people like get to me.
Yes. That's important. And trust me, I'm still learning to do that too, because girl, it is tough.
People are, and in this, we got to realize, like, people are out to get us. And not like in a paranoid way, but people they're out to trigger you because they have nothing else going on in their life, that they're like, misery loves company.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, they're miserable, so you want them to be miserable with you. Like, no,
I'm not being dragged down. I'm sorry. This energy, it's gonna be good energy all 2023. We are doing nothing but good things.
We're getting the help we need,
and
we're trying to be better people here. And 2023 is gonna be. We always say this, but I'm gonna strive for 2023 to be the best year, health wise, mental health wise, my body wise. everything wise, friendship wise, relationship, everything.
I agree. That's what I'm going for 2023. And I'm also not taking any shit in 2023 either. So in the same breath, being healthy, being positive, protecting my energy, I'm also not taking any shit. And
that's part of taking care of yourself.
Perfect. That fits the description. It's on and popping.
Savage Sarah, SS is coming back.
SS is back in the building, baby.
Absolutely. When my girl becomes a savage,
you already know. So
that's all I gotta say.
And until the next episode, this has been great. I'm so glad we talked about this and we were so vulnerable. I still can't believe I got choked up, but that shit hit home.
That's the same way she gets me every time. I'm like, why am I crying?
Hold on, make sure after we get off this, you give me her number. But it's been real, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we will talk next time. Bye,
guys. Shout out to Erica, by the way.